Yes, and Good Morning Nigeria. Label guidelines and national occupational standards for compressed natural gas retrofitting as critical for national safety. National Biotechnology Research and Development Agency unveils fresh plans to boost local vaccine and drug development. Church of Nigeria Anglican Communion severs ties with Church of Wales. Hello and welcome to the News Desk at 3 on NTNS 24. We are live in Abuja. I am Mina Daniels. The National Flood Early Warning System Center of the Federal Ministry of Environment on Tuesday, August 5. Apologies for that. President Bola Tinubu has directed the expedite rollout of the free healthcare access initiative for low-income retirees under the contributory pension scheme, describing it as a critical component of social protection and dignity in retirement. The president, in a statement by his special advisor on information and strategy, Bayo Onanuga, equally called for prompt implementation of the long overdue pension increases and a minimum pension guarantee, which would provide a safety net for the most vulnerable pensioners under the contributory pension scheme. President Bola Tinubu has congratulated Nafisa Abdullahi Aminu, Rukia Mohammed Fema, and Hadiza Kashim Kali on emerging world champions in English language communication skills and debate at the 2025 Teenage Global Competition in London, United Kingdom. 17-year-old Nafisa was named the overall best in English language skills. 15-year-old Rukia emerged the overall best in debate, while Hadiza clinched the Outstanding Talent Award gold medal. The president, in a statement by his special advisor on information and strategy, Bayo Onanuga, commends them for the feat and affirms that the nation's future is much brighter, with many of its youth as repositories of excellence. He also commends the institutions of learning, saying these accomplishments are a testament to the quality and potential of Nigeria's education system. Stakeholders in Nigeria's automotive industry have reiterated that the recently introduced guidelines and national occupational standards for compressed natural gas retrofitting are critical for national safety, efficiency, and regulatory compliance in vehicle conversions. They made these remarks on Nigeria's Good Morning Nigeria while discussing the topic CNG retrofitting guidelines in Nigeria. Oluche Adeabo reports.
Vehicle imports continue to drain Nigeria's foreign exchange reserves, while local auto manufacturing struggles to gain traction. In response, the federal government is targeting the automotive sector as part of its push to promote the use of compressed natural gas (CNG) across the country. To support this transition, the National Automotive Design and Development Council (NADDC) launched official guidelines for retrofitting vehicles to run on CNG. Discussing the guidelines on Good Morning Nigeria, the Director General of NADDC underscored the benefits of the new CNG retrofitting guidelines.
About 89 standards were issued in last year for that guide the operation of CNG in Nigeria, and those standards are already there. So the standard specify the kind of kit, specify the processes, and everything that you need to do to guarantee safety.
Best Nomdim, president of the Automotive Sector Skills Council, also noted the progress being made in adopting CNG and emphasized ongoing efforts to tackle the technical and logistical challenges involved.
The need for technicians that will be able to handle this, and after the whole installation, carry out post-installation check to ensure that there is no leakage and all those guidelines as the DG stipulated are followed to the end.
Your vehicle doesn't require the frequent change of things like filters and stuff. So, you know, your vehicle is much healthier, your engine is much healthier, and it will thank you for switching to CNG.
Viewer responses via social media showed stronger support for the initiative, with citizens urging the government to regulate and certify service outlets. In Abuja, Olusheye Adiagbo, NTA News.
Regulatory authorities and stakeholders in mid and downstream oil and gas have committed to transparent operations and oversight to enhance public trust, as well as guarantee safe, responsible operation of Nigeria's vital petroleum industry. Their gathering in Abuja highlights new regulation setting safety and environmental standards for Nigeria's midstream and downstream petroleum sectors. Lydia Sampson reports.
Government officials and community representatives convened in Abuja to discuss the framework which aims to regulate safety and occupational health practices across petroleum operations. The gathering is also to provide safety and environmental standards to be observed during the midstream and downstream petroleum operations.
The consolidation process has enabled the authority to A, reduce the complexities of navigating and implementing the authority's numerous regulations. B, streamline all activities concerning health, safety, and environmental operations, including decommissioning and abandonment in the midstream and downstream petroleum industry.
So the guideline is just a procedure, it's just to guide. So there's nothing to be afraid of. It's just to guide. You know, it's just to also state the procedure for achieving what the regulation have said. So it's not going to be something that will be too cumbersome or that will be too onerous on them that they will not be able to fulfill. So those are those areas they were objecting to.
The stakeholders consultation aims to ensure rehabilitation or management of negative environmental impacts arising from midstream and downstream petroleum operations. They emphasize collaboration to ensure smooth implementation, highlighting the importance of continuous dialogue as stipulated by the Petroleum Industry Act. In Abuja, Lydia Sampson, NTA News.
Deficits in drafting expertise has in many instances led to vague, inconsistent and legally defective regulations that need urgent action to avoid litigations and administrative bottlenecks in governance. This was a thrust of a 3-day capacity building workshop on drafting subsidiary legislation for legal officers of the armed forces and other law enforcement agencies in Nigeria, organized by the National Institute for Legislative and Democratic Studies. Mohammed Rabiu Ali reports.
Democracy, the rule of law is the bedrock of governance, security, and social order, while legislation outlines far-reaching policy framework and legal mandates. This training for legal officers of the armed forces seeks to provide a technical know-how on subsidiary legislation that will assist in shaping the policies of governance, providing the clarity and mechanisms required for practical enforcement and operational efficiency.
For any legal officer within the armed forces and other law enforcement bodies, mastery in the drafting of subsidiary legislation is indispensable. It is essential not only for ensuring compliance with constitutional and statutory provision, but also for safeguarding institutional integrity, enhancing operational coherence, and avoiding legal ambiguities that could compromise justice or public confidence.
The recent passing of the Nigerian Customs Service Act, we are in the process of drafting subsidiary legislations, and this training, I believe, is very important because we are among the people that will be drafting the legislation and regulation notices and other things. So definitely this training came at the right time.
Attending this will also add to my skills of what I've already learned before.
Participants are expected at the end of the training to go back stronger as legal drafters, enhance capacity to translate policy into action. Muhammad Rabiu Ali, NTA News.
In a bold push to strengthen Nigeria's medical independence, the federal government has unveiled fresh plans to boost local vaccine and drug development with a renewed focus on tackling tropical diseases. Fatima Sanusi Karaye reports that the move is part of a national strategy to reduce dependence on foreign pharmaceuticals and advance homegrown solutions.
Drive to boost local vaccine and drug development is gradually gathering momentum as authorities are given priority
to come and do their research here.
The center is said to have been supporting advanced studies, including the use of fingerprint patterns to detect breast cancer in women and the development of a vaccine aimed at reducing the risk of stillbirth. In Kano, Fatima Sanusi Karai, NTA News.
This is the news desk at 3 on NTNS 24. We have more reports after the break.
Precision, engineered to perfection. Every component is crafted with care, and each design is meticulously tested. From concept to creation, our engineers push the boundaries of technology, seamlessly blending performance and sustainability with a deep commitment to African ingenuity. Introducing the CNG Boss, a remarkable achievement in engineering designed to operate on compressed natural gas, a cleaner and more sustainable fuel alternative. At Innocent Vehicles, we proudly lead the way in creating greener mobility across Africa. And it doesn't stop there. From SUVs to sedans, spacious buses to electric cars, Innocent offers a wide range of models designed to meet every need. Innocent Vehicle, the pride of African roads.
Thanks for joining us again. The Church of Nigeria Anglican Communion has officially severed ties with the Church of Wales following its decision to elect a lesbian as primate, a move the Nigerian Church describes as inconsistent with scriptural teachings. Primate of the Church of Nigeria, Most Reverend Henry Ndekoba, made this known at the annual conference of Anglican chancellors, registrars, and legal officers in Abuja. He noticed that while the Church is parting ways with the Welsh Communion structurally, it will continue to uplift them spiritually through prayer.
The election of the Right Reverend Cherry Van as the Archbishop of Wales is never recognized by the Church of Nigeria. We are severing every tie and relationship with the Church of Wales. But we want to emphasize, number one, we keep them in our prayers.
Turning to the legal minds in attendance, the primate charged them to carry their faith into every courtroom, serving as salt and light within the justice system.
Legal practice has never changed. You are the guardians of order. And when it is broken or bent, it is injustice.
Ndekoba encouraged the conference to remain guided by scripture, reminding them that being a legal officer in the church is not just a title, but a sacred calling to stand for truth, justice, and holiness, both in service to the church and the nation. The House of Representatives has asked the Federal Character Commission to lead by example in enforcing constitutional provisions requiring equitable distribution of all cadres of posts in the public service of the Federation. Chairman House Committee on Federal Character, Idris Wase, stated this while frowning at perceived disparity in the distribution of directors of the Commission at its headquarters and across the 6 geopolitical zones. The House Committee invited the management of the Commission for an interactive session to clear the air over observed contravention of the Federal Character principles in some agencies of government.
Federal Character. So some have retired. No, but some are you obeying for the character?
I'm aware that just a couple of months ago, few retired, and I'm also aware that next month, which is month of September, by the middle of September, 1 or 2 will retire. So, yes, we know we have to do this equitable distribution. Equitable distribution is also different from equal distribution, because we have to make that clear also. It doesn't mean that...
I disagree with you. Northwest had what number? Directors. Northwest, he told me 4. North Central, no, more than 4. Thank you. North Central 1.
Southwest 0.
Southwest 0. Why should it be so? Why should it be so? Whether in their promotion and whatever the Constitution is very, very clear as to what they are supposed to do. And so you are the first line as far as I'm concerned.
The Federal Character Commission acknowledged funding constraints in carrying out its constitutional responsibilities of monitoring equitable distribution of positions across more than 700 ministries, departments and agencies of government, as well as maintaining its various offices in states of the Federation. Re-electing President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the best option for Nigeria to continue on the track of progress. These were the words of a coalition of grassroots politicians from Zamfara State who converged in Kaduna State to endorse the president for another term in office. Mohammed Umar Ajingi reports.
This coalition of grassroots politicians from Zamfara State under the leadership of Aminu Sani Jaji, they converge here to endorse President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for a second time in office.
We have every reasons to endorse President Bola Ahmed Ashwaju Tinubu, for his unwavering support and commitment to our people, especially at the local level, in terms of empowering local businesses, through different initiatives and different, in different capacities.
The group say the president's visionary leadership, bold economic reforms, and renewed focus on grassroots development are their reasons for supporting him.
I wanted to contest in 2027 because he is a good man. He is a good president.
The leader of the movement, Aminu Sani Jaji, commended President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's strides in security, infrastructure, and national unity.
Some others forum that we have under the association, they all endorse Asaju and Kashif Shettima. Just like, as I said, we have no reason whatsoever not to vote for him. The reason that we voted for him in 2023, the reason is still there. He did what we expected him to do, looking at the infrastructure and so many other things that he did, more particularly to the northern. Look at Gusau to Zaria, Gusau to Sokoto, and then look at Kano, Kasina, and so many other roads across the northwest.
They said they will continue to reach out to people at the grassroots level to support President Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the 2027 election. In Kaduna, I am Muhammad Umar Ajingi, NTA News.
The National Flood Early Warning System Center of the Federal Ministry of Environment on Tuesday, August 5, 2025, forecast that there would be heavy rains over a 5-day period that may trigger flooding in 19 states and 76 locations. Subsequently, it called on residents to take urgent precautionary measure. A state that has always been in the news when talking about flood in Nigeria is Lagos. We will now be joined by Joel Popwola from Okokwe in the Ikorodu area of Lagos State to keep us abreast with the situation. Hello, Joel. We hear that the Center of Excellence is flooded. What is the true situation?
Mina, just like the Nigerian Meteorological Agency predicted, heavy flooding covering about 27 states in Nigeria, the prediction is already manifesting speedily in Lagos, and indeed so many areas in Ikorodu are now adversely affected by the flood. One of such areas is Okuokpe in Ijede area of Ikorodu here in Lagos. The early morning downpour on Monday, which lasted for about 12 hours, has left residents psychologically traumatized. Just beside me here, the fence of this building is the impact of the massive devastation caused by the flood. Many of them now live in palpable fear and anxiety because of the torrential rain that has not stopped. Even as I'm speaking with you now, there are signs that the rain might start any moment from now, and many of them, because of this, are living in palpable fear. To lay credence to the devastating effect of the rain, here is a resident of the area, Oluwatosin Inosa Elizabeth. Tell me, what has been the psychological impact of the rain?
It's been totally devastating. I have not been myself since Monday morning. As I am the community chairman of the most affected CDA, I've been going up and down, checking on my people, and it's been heartbreaking. All of them have been rendered almost homeless. All their furniture, their electronics are gone, even their foodstuffs. I have a lot of people that are into businesses such like foodstuff sellers. They've lost all the grains they sell and so many other things, as well as those that sell cement, tailoring shops. Their industrial machines are gone. So many heartbreaking situations. It's really, really devastating. All those that have their vehicles parked, like this vehicle cannot leave that place again until it's been fixed, and I have a lot of this type of vehicle within this community. And
we also heard that so many residents were trapped in their homes during the rains. How did they manage to get out? Tell us about the emergency response. How did they respond to the situation?
Well, I have to really say a big thank you to the fire the fire brigade. We called upon them in the night, and they responded to help us to evacuate a couple of elderly people we have within the community, to get them out of their residence because they were trapped inside. And we even have a bad situation of somebody that could not be accessed. His own home could not be accessed, and he was in the house with his daughter. They had to climb into the ceiling of the house. That was where they were until when the rain subsided and they were able to come out of the house.
Now, earlier the representative of the state governments were here. Tell us about what they said, what they told you they would do concerning this dire situation that you are in now.
Well, some hours ago, the representative of the government came in. They came in to assess the loss. They did not just assess the loss. They came through where the real source of the water was. They came through that side, and we came all through into the community, the way the water came in, and they promised they will get the drainages. They're going to fix drainages for us because there's no drainage within the community until now.
Thank you. For now, Mina, the residents are hoping that the promise made by the representative of the state government, and indeed the state government, will manifest soon in terms of clearing the drain and expanding the drainage to accommodate the massive flooding that usually accompany the torrential rain in this area. Residents of Okuokpe are not alone. So many other areas in Ikorodu that I've visited are also adversely affected by the impact of the torrential rain.
Thank you indeed, Joel. It's a terrible situation, and we're all hopeful that everything will turn out better. Thank you so much for this update. And that concludes the News Desk at 3 on NTN 24. Thanks for watching. I am Mina Daniels.